Bill, last week we had a discussion at Time Goes By. It was kind of funny, a whole bunch of old people talking about their aches and pains. It wasn't the stuff of serious disease, and it was pretty funny. If you read through all the comments, there's hardly a body part that some of us aren't complaining about pains that come and pains that go. A lot of people complained about foot pain and walking, that they can't walk as long as they used to. But also, like, I have a stab in my side. I'm just sitting reading a book and suddenly there's a stabbing pain in my side. Or if I'm cooking in the kitchen, a couple of fingers will stiffen up like this and I have to pull them out, and then the pain goes away after I've held it for a while. It's an old joke about old people and their aches and pains, and we're all afraid to talk about them. So would you talk about them?
Well, great, first off, great topic and an important topic. And let me start there. Why don't people talk about their aches and pains? Well, we have it in our culture, in our society, the idea that a good old person is an old person who doesn't complain. The stoic old person who suffers in silence is a kind of cultural ideal for us. And to that, I basically say, hogwash, forget it. You have a right to complain. Go ahead and complain. No
we
problem.
did last week.
Excellent. I think the complaining you did on the blog is very therapeutic. Because here's why. When you have that sensation on the inside, you know, the stabbing pain or the stiff fingers or something, and you're alone with it, you have a very different relationship than when you put it out into the open and say to a group of people you care about, you know what, I get this stabbing pain in my thigh, and then it goes away. When you do that, you are sharing it, and you're putting it in a different place in terms of aches and pains generally. The people who move the most have the least. The people who move the least have the most. If you want aches and pains to go away, you have to move more. Now, let's go to the feet for a second, because this is a case where a visit to a podiatrist can do you a world of good. There are very, very, very simple things you can do for foot pain. That foot problems are associated with old age. You don't have to, not for surgery. I'm just saying simple orthotics, simple strategies. You know, when is an ache and pain just an ache and a pain, and when is it something more serious? And I always think the key thing is, does this interfere with your function? I can't get my blouse on because my shoulder hurts. Go see a physician. You know what I mean? Because the pain is interfering with function. If you have the ache and pain, but it's not interfering with function, it's probably just an ache and a pain, and you don't need to do anything medically about it.
Aches and pains, are they just part of getting old? And is it just getting old, pieces of us wearing out?
No. Here's what's interesting about the human body. I mean, you know, our bodies have their own kind of intelligence that we're not aware of. And our bodies are constantly receiving signals about what's needed and what's not necessary. So, for example, if you take a look at recent pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger, you will see very quickly that his body has decided that keeping very big puffy muscles is no longer necessary. You know, his life has changed. His body shape is changing because he lives in a different way. Here's what I'm saying. If you want your body to invest in your joints and invest in your muscles and invest in your ligaments and your tendons, if you want your body in there working to strengthen those things, you have to use them. And when you stop using them, your body stops maintaining this stuff. And you set yourself up for all kinds of chronic problems. So it's not an aging problem. It's a use and disuse problem.
It's everything I read, and you're confirming it, that if back to what you said, use it or lose it. That we've just all got to get up and move around more than we do.
Yeah,
Bill, thank you so much.
I wish I had better news for you.
Thank you so much. And I want to remind people who are watching that they should send in their questions at the bottom of the page here in the comments, that you can send questions that you'd like Bill to answer.